man is on one ma so we have no option. No more call your papa them or more boom. It's me say me papa dey no need say BBC about it. So I'm a bob no. It's me papa Jason, and that is it. And I'm bora them on ma. Yeah, so that is the issue. I'm on for any arrest warrant to be but they never said any charge. I'm on cash. Me no, I don't stay here at home. Me where you me the name mean say we're too quiet, but now I never knew say what back you get me the name mean say papa too quiet. Me where you the woman normal friend, I have to rush. Let me 2 car. You mobile. Between you be any maybe or but say you almost you could phone about the fun. So nobody knows the young thing here. As it stands, the meaning be chance. So I have to see 2 things. I mean, your plan is any go there. I say or we ain't be young thing as it starts. You could phone about the fun. Yeah, make you attempt to say for the meantime.
I don't think, that is what His Excellency the President, is out to. I have had, my problem, with this particular inquiry in the sense that, say, the Chief Justice did not, give herself any chance whatsoever, to be heard appropriately. I mean, the confrontational, attitude that she took, made it impossible for her to return, to resume her official duties. So also abrasive, taking, the government here, government there, going to ECOWAS, this, simple constitutional matter of cooperating with the committee so that at the end of the day, we'll all, be living witnesses, as to whether there was any merit in the petitions at all.
Aquatia rules will fix it, but we want them to reciprocate this by voting the NDC candidate. If I were the president, I won't do it. You have the opportunity. Now there's opportunity for the people of Aquatia. President Mama is not the president of Ghana. He's in charge of everything. So if it's development you want, it is a direction you must go. So if we are a citizen of Aquatia, a native of Aquatia, and a voter in Aquatia, and you want development, and it is the president who is in charge of development, who would you vote for? This is a special election. It is not a general, this is a special election.
But one person, from the one, a brother started say, "Yet committees or question nominal constituency for Casa, they are better. You more give class by consensus. The Dinia Solomon Kwame Asumedu Kokra, the Befi Casa committee. What's up with your campaign? So definitely, no, a very optimistic say, couldn't be beating up. Said we need to be with my Casam, it's never been with what my mechanical coach to do. That's also evidence and run my back as as my mechanical, maybe I'm a coach to do it in my own phone, so more franchise. Because I've been in if you are buying coke for more, they can be one. You don't go for me, minister, 4 minutes of could to your mom, and someone can call Memhania, said this about me, Marisa, or Mokomariza, about the patch on Pomo Pacho. The same year, I bet you at small count, about Bonti, Abacasu, a small count, actually. Well, sorry, but at the party, yet nothing. And
that is what His Excellency the President, is out to. I have had, my problem, with this particular inquiry in the sense that, say, the Chief Justice did not, give herself any chance whatsoever, to be heard appropriately. I mean, the confrontational, attitude that she took, made it impossible for her to return, to resume her official duties. So also abrasive, taking, the government here, government there, going to
where a process, the most important thing in every process, whether it is a formal judicial process or it is the most informal process, such as, let's say, ADR discussions and all that, where something is supposed to be confidential, it has to be kept. It breaches the letter of the Constitution, does it not? That it should be confidential. I'm not saying it therefore means anything, but all I'm saying is that for me, it puts an unpleasant aroma onto the procedure.
me boy Rabefia. Say, in Jumu Bia, no, son, but one person, the castle from the one, a bright start to say, yet two committees or mon question, nominal constituency for one casa, say Rabefia Cajon, you more agree, say, oh, by consensus, the Dinia, Solomon Kwame, Sumedu, Kokra, the Befi Casa committee, what's up with your campaign, BSO, so definitely, no, a very optimistic, say, couldn't be beating up, said we need to be with my castle, it's never been with my mechanical coach to do. That's also every day, and run my back as oh, as my mechanical, maybe I'm a car coach to do, and see my own phone some more fine check. Let me because I've been in if you are buying coke for more, they can be one. You don't go for me, minister, 4 minutes of could to your mom, and someone can call Mamma, said this, I buy about me, see, I'm married, I'm a married, about a patch on, for my patch on. They said, you're a better as small count, about Bonty, Abacasu, a small count, actually. Well, sorry. It's at the party, and you're born about so say, what's my Yaku could about Bonty, Abacasu, the calculate, the Miyama.
The margin will be very slim. I believe we'll win the election, but the margin will not be too wide. But we'll win. We'll win, I'm telling you.
What makes you so confident?
Because of what the work we have done. We have engaged, we have engaged, we have campaigned, we have prosecuted a campaign that has not happened in the history of this constituency before. We have done whatever we have to do. We've done everything. Everything we need to do, we've done it. We've engaged so well, and the people have given us assurance. The good news is that there's a young man who had so much a bright future, but he couldn't achieve his aims. So the people want to at least give us the opportunity again to continue. And the fact that this guy, to our candidate, has a very strong goodwill in town. I mean, he's somebody who has done so well for the people. He's so generous. He has paid people's school fees. He has sponsored a lot of people education and business. So this gives him advantage, over his competitors. So I believe that we have a false start. We have a false start in these elections. And confidently, I'm telling you, mark my words, I can even tell you that if we lose this election, I'll resign as a member of parliament. I'm telling you.
So utie nkwana na me bonko at that time na fa ye party that ohwe dwuma ye na me be say omo hwe crowd ye nya omo hwe nipa omo ni abra omo di echi omo pushi nkofo mo di akoma pa efi mo kruma nante abaye ho we are I'm sure say we win elections to encourage my people. But I think maybe I was I don't know what to say. I mean on the hand side the me may apologize to Ghana if I but important to me, I say your system now. Elections if you don't have money, you can't win it. Because we say candidate, NDC candidate, one year campaign. I have to be very sincere with you. So be all your campaigner. Or sorry, crap, baby. He was on the ground. My two Amadu winning because they were paying between 500 to 2,000 Ghana cedis. I was just telling the director of IT computer. And then say, young people, politics say you're being there, and they be who we are seeing. That's how come some of us can't tell me after this my term with me election deal.
MPP will take the seat. The margin will be very slim. I believe we'll win the election, but the margin will not be too wide. But we'll win. We'll win, I'm telling you.
What makes you so confident?
Because of what the work we have done. We have engaged, we have engaged, we have campaigned, we have prosecuted a campaign that has not happened in the history of this constituency before. We have done whatever we have to do. We've done everything. Everything we need to do, we've done it. We've engaged so well, and the people have given us assurance. The good news is that there's a young man who had so much a bright future, but he couldn't achieve his aims. So the people want to at least give us the opportunity.
Now, unfortunately, those who say that are losing sight of something. You see, the fundamental principle. Adia a book to make a memo, any a memoir, and number of council. And they say, Yenina, a pet or minimum. It's ready, or the other also a bite. Maybe I need any particular, maybe I won't offer, maybe I won't offer, maybe I will come in Missika. But a banam la, Menoya pay. Into a bar, Yadiba Botich, and one year the Boba. That is the position of the law. So, above all, Cassidy, I'm kind of sacred cow philosophy. Obi we ni pakesia manti se akobane se emrane hye yemfa won fasa kwan bi so a yes esa we ni pakesia we yenti yenye kaya kwa ni sa that is what will set a bad precedent. Does that a highly regarded personality and as a significant personality in Ghanaian society, a very powerful head of an arm of government. It does not set a bad precedent.
The only institution Ghana, you didn't say, we are, fairly. Not to see our statue, Chief Justice, a free order. The whole cancer, and I mean, I don't know, almost so the be almost very nephew. These fraudulent allegations are Ujina Sudi Chief Justice. Omopuya catch any planes, and I go for ya, don't know MPP power. Yes, so when be before Subia, you also didn't be a baby front, a baby front. Not Ghana, we are quite any man, Sesia judges for Omudia, my judgment, Omusro, because one can hear the president of the day bet me up about. Which is very, it is not good for the country.
Aquatia rules will fix it, but we want them to reciprocate this by voting the NDC candidate. If I were the president, I won't do it. You have the opportunity.
Romanai.
Adom FM.
Ebea. Adom FM.
Adom FM 106.3.
Only God can stop us now.
106.3 FM.
Adom FM 106.
Share with your film. And just so as I buy so don't come much your film so actually Jabia, you move be a that gentleman can crater moon seminar. Or no, wait me a boy, I met me at I appreciate it. Somewhere walk crater. See, I can say stream live on Facebook. Adom 106.3 FM. Adom 106.3 FM. Uko YouTube is what Adom 106.3 FM. Adom 106.3 FM. Say unhu stream ni sana. Share mo bi enye bi enhwe. Na wakasa so ja comment e wase. Na eye part of the show. Adwenche kama mkebi. It's ye kani nyina wa hanso wi a na ne onso wo no na so de ata to. No ya bako de.
Me dia e be Adom ne mo paibo.
Eda nyakoko ase. Se bi a shi de.
Well, na bibia e kama for me there. In fact, na me ni kremu kra until say me tesa enema me nu asa ebo me pusa didi kan ye me constituency eja eto ho ahye
magazine one there.
No, apart from magazine last week eja she one of the biggest markets in the constituency. Market also a post office nechi obi okumasi bia big market. It has over 200 stores, every one of them and rather a peer mukopio ho the mesoso min session comaumu near mouse and demo mix and mukopio and then I said now manager and before then so now the unfortunate event in my view of 1st September so happened. Ye di ho abobo enti yo
this book parliament abay
well it's likely to be second week in October more or less so we've been on recess
okay that's good na dom kuma enso mo ti saying is there see from the fallen city.
Oh really?
Dom kuma the fallen city 169, 137, 88, now 87. The fallen minority.
Well, I never heard about that. Never heard about that. But I mean, look, it's such a life, you know.
Okay.
With me, a question was an and it's something that, you know, we are worried about. But him say, eventually, no, it's just a matter of time.
Okay.
I mean, these are all phases of life.
Okay. So now, young TFNC, the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice, now that she's no more in office, isn't it? A bit the former account. Some pay this cat and train. It take effect on that same day. That's the 1st of September, 2025.
Yes.
So we can now say, Justice Gertrude Arabatokunu, a former Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana.
Well, you me answer me question me nyasa kwan de menchia me constituency for so am phobia na me show mun kran atoyen chama atoyen so am magazine for enras na me ho me ni bi edi nkita ho anumanje nkwanta market ene mpanyufo ahemfo ne mpanyufo mo constituency chairman ne o mo makanyina party for na omonko so amompa I say any para who because of what has been happening to our party but I keep telling them say any my best you know until me design channel my constituency for nyina no coming back to your question me just said nothing and we frame me we heard the SCNDI I think say at this point we can say and it's unfortunate that Justice Tokunu will now be called the former Chief Justice of the Republic. This is because of the position of the law. Sana President Aka
and as law-abiding citizens, it's honestly, since she's been suspended on court, Supreme Court, for we understand the position of the law, and if now by the president's notice of removal or say Chief Justice, what he say, if there are subsequent decisions, I'm sure we may probably come to that. It will be up to her and her lawyers, but it's a very, very unfortunate incident, something which shouldn't have happened. And if you look at the facts, Ghana, all over the world, we are claimed as one of the respected democracies in the world. That's a share, say, baby, you draw, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Boso. Removal of Chief Justice for political reasons.
For political
reasons, obviously. We see. So if anything is fallen, it is the reputation of the republic that is fallen, not the NPP minority group, as you want to say. It's a reputation. No, look, now international community, there isn't that much of respect for the country as we know, as a democracy now for my boy say no atete apansam
is a man for muye democracy
no na say you see ade I see say we do aso to form do any ehwe mu pa na you understand the position of the minority as expressed in the statement we issued.
Okay.
That what happened had nothing to do with law. No. I mean, no. So, like I said, it's just clothed in some form of constitutional procedure, but in it, a politics. I say, a dra politics, and the Yamana is a fit as a constitution. But indeed and in fact, it's just politics, pure and simple. But we see, I give you the NDC. It is politics. They have played well. Ama Ghana for Ajatum say a yamrane yejuma, but a yamrane yejuma a politics. But cover home say a yamra, and that is
cover politics no.
Yes,
and the AJ Emran watch there. If we find a politics no.
Well, I mean, look. Well, okay, you are doing a good job by your interview, but I'm sure every Ghanaian knows because from 2020, in fact, from a Brahma me Tokunu Chief Justice NDC for Edumanusi Mami so say Mami ye ba ye be Minia minim say when interview me, but we are Ghanaian first of all. What is asking me that I want to be? What it be? You can see a big man. Okay. Again, I'm sure we'll come to that. Almost say Electoral Commission chair. What you want it? What? Okay. So a bra now almost see no. Almost umuba at all cost no. What was the reason? A DNA na a one no so
maybe be not out preview to the petitioner
as far back as about 2022 or 2023,
maybe
they were privy to this.
Maybe.
That's very interesting, right? So they had it consistently. So the president goes to meet the lawyers of the NDC. I was say judiciary, your baby said law name. I mean, so they are making sure some say law, they will change the face of law in Ghana because as a law, I MPP for in their view, and to move back, they will reset the judiciary. And when they say they will reset it, will be so a reset there, reset will be any what it means. But let's go down and understand the issues. Because President Kasa, at the time he was just a presidential candidate. Okay. But you listen to his surrogates, his acolytes,
the cheetah phone,
sometimes not just those down.
Cheetah phone, Nabua phone.
Okay. The things they say amplifies what the president says. And the president say you reset the judiciary, not be discussion. Now we come to somebody like the CEO of Good boy, defend say.
Sammy
Jemfi.
Yeah.
Justice Tokunu ye be in a free NDC national chairman. And this is now I've moved to about 2024.
Okay.
Where there is campaign. I still don't get here. Justice Tokunu ye be in a free a year chairman of electoral commission, chairperson of the electoral commission, ye be you know. They don't deserve to be in this position. Ye be you free. They must go. Tokunu must go. All right?
Okay.
So this goes on and on. At the time Tokunu must go, ye be in everyone. Again, what was the basis? At the end of the into me see be. So come down to the general secretary of the party across the party's hierarchy. When we see ye be Tokunu. And then we fast forward into 2025, Woman winning election. The woman is sworn in, the President Mama is sworn in as a president. Then the talk begins again. Ibeyi Justice Tokunu, Ibeyi, and then as we should not call it recent. Now we are in the year where they are in government. I say Educator goes to Radio Gold interview. This matter comes up. Was it? I said my minute the neighbor when they call no beko. And this is the time I think now she's been suspended. At that time, now they had only made the prima facie case against her. President NCT committee. Oh, my minute they call no beko. Now I can't was say you. Na abrewa say abrewa dia abrewa say abrewa du nyinimu anase ne ho ahu nti wo say kwa no woko na obi say na electoral commission say oh so mu mi nyina kwa no so moko mu mraso. So then this process begins. They kick in motion petitions. Now petitions first one they can buy na you see a free group will be Shining Stars. In fact buy no na inim baby free Mustafa Bande is the deputy general secretary also of the NDC, right?
Yeah.
He's now at the office of the president as
deputy director of
operations. Mustafa Bande was I think here either on Joy or on City at the time when the matter was up. Say petition no crowd. There's another one on the way. He said this. So there's another one on the way. So that's the first one, but then second one and a third one. So how do you even know? Say there's a petition coming. Say there's another petition coming. The NDC hierarchy were up. Say and at that time no na in who petition no. So we read the didn't be and carbon say my men no di any konso otena ho kura dakro. NDC communicators. So we read the petition ni konso otena ho kura dakro kan ho. See nyina ni apam no. You come to the NDC leadership will be as my me and Pamano. And see, when this kicks into motion, not say ya bedru ha. You are telling me say I'm running the idea you follow it. Okay, I'm running you follow and say, oh, I think I'm for president no conveyor belt to the president that's why a conveyor belt keke. At the end of the bar, I'm running so one fan kwesi, no one fan kwesi. We need to maybe a Tina make us say a politics cloth, okay, with flawed constitutional procedures. Okay. Now, we still a receive petition. And so, President, at the end of the bar, when you hear on the Council of State, that Council of State not determine whether there's prima facie case. Now, let's come back to the constitution of the Council of State.
Okay.
Who are the members of the Council of State? You can say a policy, Montia say you Ghana for, the chairman of the Council of State is a former Speaker of Parliament, a former NDC MP for Akachi South. And he's the heart of NDC. NDC. Go to all the regional representatives of the Council of State. When you have former NDC chairpersons,
the 16 reps in
yes. Okay, maybe not, but majority of them.
Okay.
So either a former chairman or former executive and woman in season. Ashanti regional. Any pano or really Ashanti region. You who say Pape we MPP ni umadwene no o mse papa bi ye no we MPP ni abano ba ni ya se abobawie ni mo kan mo say abano wo hwini na nan kan sabuodu ehwa no mu di America say where you station ho ekotete ballot papers nim says that the election couldn't be concluded. And then you know what happened. They had to now constitute different electoral college. All the regional coordinators, municipal and district coordinators, coordinating directors, said they should compile new list of voters. At that time, no Mukasa. Now, if NDC, President Mama appointed members of the assembly. When you say assembly, no, you were more elected, you were appointed members.
Government reps.
Government reps.
Okay.
It is that time no more appointed government reps. Until now, the coordinators, the coordinating directors, were asked to now compile a new album or a new electoral college made up of these NDC members, the government reps. Women call Ashanti region ko to aba ye friend saying NDC near Obayo. NDC former NDC chairman, I think. Yeah. Now, what the NDC for nyina kogu one place. No one catch him say where your constitutional provision, Council of State. And the Council of State they make a decision. If the Council of State comes up with prima facie case evidence, is a Council of State. There's no politics with it. Come on, let's face realities. Why are we putting our heads in the sand like ostrich as if we don't know what's going on?
But sorry.
Okay, sure.
Is it the first time we are having Council of State in this form?
Your question is not fair. You know why?
Okay.
We are dealing with what is happening right now. Because the Council of State can go all the way back to the 1993 Council of State.
Okay.
We can go all the way. We are looking at the Council of State that made a determination of prima facie case. Or NDC for ne said you must say Magana phobia says I dare not the Council of State, no, and they make it that determination. The president won't mean your
Are you therefore meaning it's a Council of State is so a compromise?
Oh, yes. Now they will show so Becca. Council of State, no. We my man.
Council of State compromised.
Now, Council of NDC fund or are you afraid to say that Council of State is made up of NDC people? The only person and otherwise the Council of State members should come and tell us so many NDC for. Council of State, no. The nipa yatia so no.
Institutional reps also.
Na maybe say. Na set you can say for former IGP bra. Now go for IGP are appointed under NDC, but NDC for ya. You can say for former CDS, but now go for CDS. Who now appointed as you CDS under your reign is the same thing. Now it looks to me that former Chief Justice, no, Mr. Akufu came strongly. I think how many former Chief Justices do we have?
Okay, so what if I me? These are the institutional reps here, World Council of State, no.
Okay, we'll go ahead.
Justice Sophia Akufo, former Chief Justice. Muhammad Ahmed Al Hassan, former IGP. Masha Michael Samson Oje, retired, former Chief of Defense Staff. Oji Awowo Yao JB, the second President of the National House of Chiefs. Others, Da Sebre Buama, Ohine Yawo Achim Kukrentumi, or Sabare Makwesi Atayo Tosminu, Ohine Yawo Ogwa Traditional Area. Justice Vida Amankwa Akoto Bamfo, JSC, retired, former Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana. His Royal Majesty Mampurura Japa Acho Ade Morenyi the First, Paramount Chief of Mampan Traditional Area. Cletus Avoka, former MP Zibila. Right Honorable Edward Cabra Edo Ejahu, former Speaker of Parliament.
Okay, institutional reps. So
yeah.
No,
the first part. The institutional reps, yeah.
Because Cletus Avoka or NDC ni, and Cletus Avoka NDC ni. So that's what I'm making it to you. You are looking at the majority of the people on the Council of State NDC for. But let's not, fight this. So the point I'm making is that I was making a point that my Mr. Fire only the yatia in him saying no cross throughout that process of making the decision, she actually abstained.
Okay,
that's what we've heard. We don't know whether it's true or not. She abstained. At least a nay about abekasa etia de esie no dia kwaso and say at the time enye krasi de a chief justice. So we can come to a story later.
Okay.
I would to no dear or no nimu who are the papa. So I'm saying that. So if you have the council say that will make this determination, that's all say legal process now. My point is that you are not right. Okay, so we fast forward after this determination of prima facie case. President says, okay, and you have to set up a committee. Again, you say constitution and say, yes, sir. Now again, you set up a committee. It's chaired by a Supreme Court judge who appointed into the Supreme Court. Media Minka said, Bibia Puaman, President Mama appointed him to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
All right? Would he owe allegiance to him or not? Maybe so. Yo. Okay. So you appointed Puaman as the chair. Domlevo, will you tell me in this country Domlevo is a fair-minded person?
I don't know on your face.
He is not. He is compromised. No one yet part of the so-called oral group. No?
Okay.
He is doing NDC politics. Because the oral group is an NDC politics. Chaired by Okuja to all of them were NDC members. So the Domlevo National Catcher is a committee, independent committee. All the other people know. Media, Mr. Kubusa Omasi. People who know them.
The other committee members.
People who know them. Kubusa Omasi. Nebusa Hose. Were these fair-minded, neutral Ghanaians who wanted to see the right thing done?
And a neutral Ghanaians, maybe way.
Oh, I'm sure said that. I said, "Who you neutral Ghanaian?" Neutral Ghanaian. Of course. All right. So, really and truly, media, I have decided to say because the legal party, it has nothing to do with the law. And the president, because the decision now we would say nipa omo equal committee no so obi to say former Attorney General Ayuko Otu.
Yeah.
And we'll come to the reasons. And that's my third leg.
Okay.
He said, I said, even the travel policy, they didn't consider it to make the decision they came to. Almost say, my men ayaboni being said that. Now let's go to so I've given you 1, the Council of State, 2, the committee set up by the president.
Okay.
3, the reasons Omodiaba.
Okay.
Now let's go into the reasons. And say reasons we are more who say idea air kosono a politics na enye law not just say ebia onwa na wo mpese ubehunu. See, there are 3 arms of government in this country. Okay. Meaning say all my constitutional law students will agree with me. Yeah. I believe that I taught them well. The legislature, the judiciary, and the executive, they are all equal institutions, right? Woman na bua ema yemen. And if every country you have woman yemra, woman hwe ema mra ni adwuma, and woman enso so ye emra no ubumra so ayetwa so. Woman na bua ema mra no, ema oman no, ye run no kama. Okay. So you have these 3 arms of government. And inti say we say ye pesi you will be free any of these will be your heirs, no? The Chief Justice, the Speaker of Parliament, and then the President. Person you move free, to me kroma. Nyagudi. And was say a idea. It drew a certain standard. I was a dear idea. A more rem. Na intimate na Ghana for ambassador we NC into Nipano or see Now, almost report a committee no a make key decision. This is a letter 1st September signed by Callistus Mahama, the Secretary to the President, and the title notification of removal from office was sent a letter to her leadership, the Chief Justice. All right? Yeah. Was he a UAD? And Yama and Tiami a UAD any and Yama or say, Did he kind? Meaning, me reading English, you and I'm saying, be a bewa. But I can explain. I say, in the opinion of the committee, what can I see you did say after a full inquiry,
okay,
the committee has submitted its report to the president, recommending your removal from office based on the following findings. 3 of them.
Yeah.
You were dino, and Yama Miansa we ain't you would ye. Did he kind of say, in the opinion of the committee, the travel expenses which the Chief Justice heaped on the Judicial Service when she traveled on holidays in September to Tanzania with the husband, to the United States with the daughter, together with the payment of per diem to the spouse and the daughter, constitute unlawful expenditure of public funds.
Okay.
Almost say, my men
is a committee strip.
Yeah, find it.
Okay.
Find this in
okay.
2 pages. Open meet me as and dear ma'am.
Oh, me.
Good. And to come Ghana for which also will be. Now, Kobasa may be a me cooking up. Where Ghana for you in a new mudim como. Oh, so also will be the same letter. Let me try and true.
Yeah.
Me that's a pa. Almost say, my men in the bed true quine. And a man per diem. And you need to crew 2 quine and a man per diem.
Paid by the Judicial Service.
Yes. That is their report.
Okay.
Now, first of all, with the young, and I'll come to it, granted that Caesar, how much was involved? Let's grant it.
Okay.
Now, say, Mefan said, you share or memu. All right? Sika, ye dear Yemebu or memu. That's why the Chief Justice said, 2 corner, a channel bar per diem $1,000. And into you, Chief Justice Neddy. Na se Ghana sani pa. Then you see who say the kind of standard we are setting. That is even if it's true.
But council.
No, but
before I bet to us. Who place the monetary value? Na ye mane koko yes sikani so maybe this one they can bet me a handle in a different way. And yet the bonin and the panadino. And we'll see a focus on rather than the substance of Boneno.
Okay, so I mean, fine. I'm just to say, granted.
Okay.
But the travel policy of the Judicial Service itself allowed for that option. Because travel policy, they say, also any security, with security in the 2 choir, and I say any other person. And it's or no say a private journey, and I say private travel. And it's in office only security and qua and when the husband a coy. Indeed, so if we say Adiana Nipano Ayano, and in this country there's an option of surcharge all the time.
Also more called the travel.
They're personal travel. Personal travel.
So now this is the travel policy of the judicial is a service, yeah. Okay, I don't know which one you are reading, okay. But if you are going to go all of that, say, Superior Court judges, policy number, type of policy overseas travel for official business. So in this case, no, the one was the effective date 5th January 2019, last revised 2010. Purpose of policy. The purpose of this policy is to outline the necessary security and protocol requirement to support the foreign travels of the Chief Justice as head of the judiciary. It also provides for the logistical needs of Superior Court judges on official travel. This policy draws its strength from the other 2 arms of government, where the state fully covers.
You see, you are talking about the policies. Go to procedure. I know. Go down. You see official travel by the Chief Justice.
Okay, so or say point 9. The Chief Justice shall undertake unlimited official travel.
No, don't read it.
Okay.
For the purposes of this,
okay.
I see the Chief Justice shall travel with the aide camp. So if you look at it, 2,
okay.
If you look at procedure 1, 2, we see, you know.
Okay, now official travel by the Chief Justice, that procedure.
Yes.
The Chief Justice shall be accorded maximum security and courtesy on all official travels. The Chief Justice shall travel with the aide-de-camp and protocol officer or any other person the Chief Justice may choose as a personal assistant.
So wait. So okay, we can continue to read.
Be it the head of secretariat, secretary, or any staff or judge. As per the recommendations of the Professor Dora Francisca Edu Buando Presidential Committee.
All these are not relevant. I mean, for the purpose of our discussion.
Okay.
Because we know.
Wait, my background too.
We say first class and first class and business class.
The Chief Justice shall be provided 5-star accommodation where
all of that
available on all foreign travels. However, if accommodation provided by the host is not stipulated, this shall be upgraded by the Judicial Service. Okay.
Okay. So let's face this. So because I hope say me say no. If you are looking at a situation where you see Chief Justice no, what they on the bell to coin.
Yeah.
Or on any kuna to coin. The policy is that you may travel any other person you may choose as your personal assistant.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Now, if the Chief Justice decides that, okay, me ba, and I kunu enebekwa, that is an interpretation she's put on it. So if we say, obit me ne ba, and I kunu ako. Now, when you.
Council Fachemi.
Yes.
2 was saying, the Chief Justice shall travel with the aide camp and protocol officer or any other person the Chief Justice may choose as a personal assistant, comma, be it the head of secretariat, secretary, or any staff or judge.
So if she interprets this to me, say, or say any other person she may choose. If any other person of her choosing.
But what my criteria no? The criteria is the criteria say be it the head of secretariat, secretary, or any staff
you see, when it comes to these things, right?
Okay.
At any point in time when you are traveling, and you can ask all of them, you have the option. You can decide, okay, this for this travel, and I'm saying that this is her personal travel, and because it's the Chief Justice, the private travels and the official travels are different.
Okay.
All right. So private travel, why do you add a judge? It's a private travel. So when you're on official assignment, that's the method. You are representing the nation at, let's say, ICJ, and I say any World Judges Forum. Then you can decide who member judge in court. Then the personal travel or the judge here. Now the point I'm making is that we use this as the basis for removal of a Chief Justice. Maybe I may say, let's all be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest. I made this point some time ago. When you say president, neba a presidential jet team. What would that?
President.
Neba boy no. What's presidential jet team?
President Mama.
Yes, President Mama.
Your presidential jet me.
Oh, the presidential jet. Let's say a fan who pack you powerful for none the banner tremuda.
Okay, about the first one.
No. Even this year.
President Mama, you a fuck on 900.
Yes, where you that? Yes, where you should that? Where you should that? Busa. Yes, we are parking all over.
Neba Sharaf and I say
Sharaf. Busa say.
One is Sharaf from presidential jet.
Yes. Now the pictures never will be an. Baby, you see the picture. Maybe the point I'm making is that the president travels with his son. When in a ban, it took one.
Echo him.
Oh, Minia. Say who are and never be an me say country or country B. But the fact remains so to coin.
With the fact on 900.
Busa say when the president on the ban to coin that. Musa say the ban when you need to coin Otua state nika.
No cano.
Yes.
Or the my Ghana William Shen and the back.
Yes.
To coin.
Yes.
And then Mr. say Omutu coin echo.
You see, when you ask these questions, I mean,
because maybe so be a picture be can it be say be an abano confro we have seen or see for
it's up to you to verify. Okay. But I'm saying that it has happened.
There's mama by
yes. One in the better to coin. We saw one in the bench to inquire that.
It's Yamra.
So the point I'm making is that if you are making this as a big deal, Nepano, when you're public official.
Okay.
Nepal public official. When you're public official, you see, this country see a percent say in your corner. In other jurisdictions, and you can ask, check United States, the first lady, Nedria no Dino White House, Utriaka. When visitors visit her after 5, in Nipa 7 she pays from her own pocket. If that's where we are going to say obìnrin ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tukwan ti yẹn ní dia president who ne oba etukwan etna Ghana private Ghana car mu a ana Ghana play mu a oba no otua or refund this kabim ema the state ana. The point is say you perceive your politics at the same money there we can always use the politics. So the first ground I mad your political nenye law no and this first one I'm country yes one in the tukwan and it forms the basis for her removal. Second
but we share judicial service for shame more entia omonche share no so on in the babe tukwan on a private visit na oman no edin sika atwa pedi
na if is a president or co vacation or co private vacation when it yaka
Me can't ban any.
You see, that's the point I'm making. Women they are equal branches of government.
Yeah.
Equal branches of government. Now say equal branches of government, no. Say if we say a be equal sin be.
Okay.
Right? If we say a be equal sin be. And it no Chief Justice dear or no betu kwaya e bone. Now don't know betu kwaya enye bone. When you are equal branches of government. Listen, especially when you want to raise it to the level of constitutional violation. Because status misbehavior in a constitution, it has to be, because now you've raised it to a constitutional violation. Look, when you look at the hierarchy of laws, we have the constitution, we have acts of parliament. In fact, policy criteria. When you violate constitution, that is groundbreaking, that is dangerous. When you breach an act, that is dangerous. When you, but there are lower skills. When you breach, let's say, a regulation, that is also the policy, travel policy. Say we'll be a breaching travel policy. So you raise it to the level of constitutional violation. Now see travel policy. This is where we are taking it. Now almost second reason. It's just laughable. Or say second reason. The committee states without fear or favor that the Chief Justice unjustifiably breached the provision in Article 296 of the Constitution in the way and manner that she transferred Mr. Baden. Her conduct amounted to misbehavior. Yen say you mean me pese won susu no. We Ghanaian, we neutral Ghanaian. Asem we can be o na edo yonko a edewo. Ene ye fi say Chief Justice ye nyina ye gina ho aboensema ma President John Mahama. Ye see hin edi. If you say or transfer Mr. Baden bi or judicial service. Na mo Joy FM group ya na multimedia group. Ye transfer ni pada. Abai ye wo hu ye transfer ni pada. Oh, I did not idea what you have 2 pages, any 1 of 2. Me idea cry me, I didn't know. Now, say me the relevant person. Or no, I quote to a you, or quote to the only person or deba. My main concern was quote to the only person or the bench. Was he my men what transfer Mr. Baden? And in the opinion of the committee, what not what transferability is amount to what stated misbehavior. Now, when this is buying by power, no, more credit than just transfer and more transfer amount for no, more say ye amount for it. Young friend, ye. Or mine, I yet, no. Yes, see, Mammy took no bonny away, yeah. Mustafa Band the Mudi Casha says, and Yama, Yatrono, who are walk around because seeing my minady. The bonny back quick see a penty in it, didn't say, Mr. Baden be our yet no judicial service was transfer. No. Now, when him say transfer, no, a drew baby. Yes, we position A. Yes, sure. Oko position B crown na ho be effective. And it is me transfer oko position B. And then be a transfer punishment na. Me no na kasa I said I don't come no you job. So now my better see ni nko. Me say transfer, you transfer be a punishment na e boni ana.
It na my better say. O kind of transfer now or ye any see here. The committee is making reference say Emrane sheye da ho a ye transfer obi e judicial service. The Chief Justice
Jesus Christ. I say it. The committee stays without fear. And sometimes they say, "Who let no the bear no cry Papa Ben say Callistus."
Yeah,
I know Okotri. It looks like Okotri. The committee stays without fear or favor.
Yeah.
Let's say they were so bent on destroying the Chief Justice. The committee stays without fear or favor that the Chief Justice unjustifiably breached the provisions in Article 296.
Yeah.
In a way and manner that she transferred Mr. Baden. And this conduct amounted to misbehavior.
So can we find out what Article 296?
Oh, Massa.
In this regard.
See, but when the I was okay, we'll be a constitution reading my. Me say, I did the whole woman that do report now, but I'm sure you can't listen to the sign. And why are you not looking at it?
And when I make sure.
Yes. It's Chief Justice. I am Bonia a BC.
That's a coin of fast or transfer. No. A kunditia or mine Ghana, Mamra. Ni feto so ha no any of your
Article 296 is about discretionary power.
That is it.
You see,
it could also fast so use our powers. No, etia or me yamamara. Etia shaya yedi oh judicial service.
See, with the weekend, you know, we say, what do you want? So, what you now? You're good at your job. You know, it's just interesting. But I tell you, so we are using the discretionary power. Who president we used to be. Discretionary power is discretionary. At the criticizers we talk about it's discretionary power. Discretionary power is discretionary. It will transfer be by using the discretionary powers. We see why you born. Mr. Faban de Muka say the bonny and 1 year airban. Who cry more because you am no.
But say on my mamma to me. And so bet me you should to me now. You so and found Kotia Amamrani be
into or transfer Mr. Bedi. And then chief justice airborne yam pam or transfer Mr. Bedi. Stated misbehavior.
I think they also mentioned Article 147 also.
Oh. What transfer Mr. Badin?
Yeah.
We must second reason, no?
Yeah.
What transfer Mr. Badin to Yampamon in free judicial service, no?
Because it's your mention.
What transfer Mr. Badin? It's a very sad situation. Third one, what say? The committee is also of the view that the
Lawyer John Darko. We are brutal.
Oh, Minia, you come on here. I say, the third reason. I do say, see a frame is a letter way.
Okay.
And you will be attorney there
to frame.
Yeah, frame near the bot down. Reason in your yima deal. And this is the Chief Justice of Ayakufu. We said, my man on Pekasa, on one bout, Pekasa says, way, yeah, the way Chief Justice said. Now, move the Supreme Court and 10 years to one. Or no, why Chief Justice Nibida? When him a dreamer, a woman, a quanyaba. That's will be to me, like I say, or using the discretionary power. She's the administrative head of the judiciary. Now, if administrative head of the judiciary, she cannot transfer somebody, then no administrative head near day will be transfer will be into unity. Third, the committee is of the opinion that the action and conduct of the Chief Justice falls within the meaning and category of stated misbehavior as provided under Article 146 of the Constitution. And go on and on and on and on. And then, however, the Chief Justice. Oh, sorry. They say that, however, this is 9.5. So you see, Papaya or Sani Leti, what could report in who you and one to dear if the only demponio. The only demponin to address and Chief Justice said. So this is 9.5. However, the Chief Justice, Chief Justice, cannot, by claim to ignorance of the nomination process and procedure, notwithstanding the fact that the process and procedures are not spelled out in the Constitution, but case law. The appointment of Chief Justice herself as a Justice of the Supreme Court went through the very process and procedure set out in the Ghana Bar Association case.
Yeah.
What say? The worker will say, because the Chief Justice, Chief Justice, say Chief Justice, we're doing as a Chief Justice. Yeah. Because you may be a Chief Justice, but you will not be acting Chief Justice. You may be acting maybe administrative head. Okay. So, what I say, or no Chief Justice or your Chief Justice, no. I deal with the foundation and say, last year, Emma get to talk on the actual letter come out. Then I could find who say Supreme Court numbers no a form. The German who swore also and in Tina Ado and when now initiated process for adding more numbers to the Supreme Court.
Or your recommendation and I say a letter to draw present attention some numbers above form.
That's the same thing. I don't recommend they say into appoint. Let's initiate the process to appoint one at any point. That's it. Let me make my point.
Committee in the say.
Yes.
I don't read it from here. Committee in the say. The Chief Justice made recommendation to the President.
Okay. I found it.
And your committee report.
Mami Isaba.
Okay.
Extra letter come out, President.
Recommending some judges to be moved to the Supreme Court or promoted to the Supreme Court.
Okay. With you.
According to the committee.
According to the committee. You found the input.
Committee need an offer.
With you, found the I did the
committee in the report.
What say? Committee in the say.
Okay.
Yeah, but me get to talk on catch President Akufo-Addo say Supreme Court numbers no on Isha. One for be become.
One nominate.
Oh.
One nominate and Crawford say. mampani for mumbra Supreme Court.
So they work on the funny side.
And you make a look. I
say they work on my funny side.
Any committee report.
Oh, now committee report here to me. Or to me, or to man will be a better. Do you know the better in Punio? Do you know better in Punio? I say, Chief Justice recommend. They said they're okay. Said I Kufuado and find the Pebby Emirate Supreme Court. And Nintino, well, yes, I need to. And you want the cassia. It's any Chief Justice. Really? Chief Justice every recommendation. But the use words no. Say President Kufuado. I say when I work time na Matthew. Say President Kufuado on file ni Pebimle Supreme Court. Na no. Eye adia eye boni e bin sida. Na any wo mu kan no. Anu ka say e wo mu say process of nominating Supreme Court any constitution nim.
Yeah.
Any constitution nim o. Any constitution nim.
Yeah.
Na e wo case law bi mu.
Yeah.
It is a case law no. Operation it no can say Chief Justice cannot claim ignorance. It will Chief Justice also who say amra no say wo.
That's the case law of Ghana Bar Association.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And you also who Ghana Bar Association and Attorney General.
Yeah.
It was who say amra no. It was who say amra no their stated misbehavior.
Okay. So council for that one too.
And you
okay, so for no one so the committee so can you say
na the whole committee report no
but the process of promoting a judge to Supreme Court a president letter the Kokoma the Judicial Council which virtually is chaired by the Chief Justice. Now if the Chief Justice now obeje mampeni krato odiaba to advise the president upon say ya appointee ya nominate lawyer John Darko ya nominate
Supreme Court ya momidi nko memenko
ya nominate
emi say me kwa me ko enye eti o de you should nana
ya nominate
ana o kwa you should
me menya lawyer ya nominate akwa so upon Chief Justice need the Judicial Council yan on the chair omne betu mampani for say Akowa ya or the car with ye. There's an issue about Akowa. It's my maybe take a second look at Akowa. Now this time the committee is telling us say the same Chief Justice now obey advice Mampenino or no mom na asa nominating Crawford the Mampenny. The Mampenny said this uncle for the crata the average Chief Justice say also advice. So any conflict of interest
it's Chief Justice. Catch the president say if we say Supreme Court nipa no ho ne 21 fa be meka ho committee say why you bone
a committee so nominate
why you bone if you say ade no ye no e wo say ni ya mra pon nim ni a constitution it no say Chief Justice will co read Ghana Bar Association case no who say o say ko fa kwa foforo so wan fa san kwa foforo nti why you bone kase bi si da o say pam no o third reason no
because conflict of interest with me appeal ho no
e betumi appeal na appeal what are you talking about? What man say no conflict of interest. Don't draw facts which are not existent here. Patrol they did not make determination of conflict of interest. A betimi yes, there are two different things. And when we say Chief Justice, I could recommend my president say, "Oh, find the Pebimle Supreme Court if you see the panel or almost a major man." What about power? I did be that now. The first 4 months of an administration check. Rollins quite so you can say it's a foundational government.
Okay.
Check Atamils. Or not President Mahama name on the first step. So that time he was really restrained. So that time no name who President Mahama Niaji as young
2013 to 2016.
Yes, I mean growing up, we saw President Mahama as one of the most liberal, democratic persons in the country. Very, very. I still hold a lot of respect for him.
Okay.
And even from that time, John Mama was, big deal.
Okay.
And he was restrained into one of now he's unrestrained. And he will come to that. Why he's unrestrained? So he feels that he can do anything. Unfortunately, the kind of idea of saying President Mama Edi Peja Ghana no. They say why?
Okay.
I might say Ghana Yenmunyam Ebafom in terms of our democratic credentials. It's just a third one. Was say we recommending nipa say Emra Supreme Court why boni ama wo ba ya first format we nominate nipa 7 ba parliament when they brought this issue up why they think that the 7 nominations are important. Or see again in 10 term. In fact, in 10 term. In fact, how week now I was there for the first day. I had to travel out of the country, so I missed the rest. But we were supposed to do all that within 5 days. It's so important. Yes, we Supreme Court too, because numbers new. It was the same basis. A man, get to talk. I can't say president should nominate more people. Would you buy? Would you? And just so it's not as if say a bamu. Would you? What about 0.7? Say Nipa no hono a Dawson. It's your most amount.
But he's the president of the republic. Ghana constitution na man kwenya say. Obetimi am.
Koto dia ne dwobo. Koto dia ne budget.
The case
the
case law na da hona.
Making
reference to no. And man the chief justice kwai say on nominating
so the point is I say you can say ye chief justice said on the basis of this when you let him go the fact that all these things were challenged by the chief justice and her legal team no and look at the enkai you might who say and this is the chief justice can say I did with more per se fair yam broadcast Ghana for you know who be and you won't see the koso
and yet dangerous say Chief Justice Ben nominate judges.
So the point is that
they might be compromised by the position of the Chief Justice on certain cases.
So is it to say, sir, President nominee will be Supreme Court they will be compromised? Are you saying say Nipa 7 president appoint to me they are compromised by the president? This is you see we your host. Okay. And many people who can now problem come President Mama. What person say which say who appoint to be or no nominating required also or no there is or be influence and that or no one nominating and Kasam so I don't think that's the case. So the point is that you say my mate get to where you're born Cassia Tianina the young free as the head of the judiciary. Okay. The bonnie and say well recommendation say young Fanny Pebi Embra. The president has a prerogative because I didn't mean yet I didn't so I must the bonnie I told some yes.
Okay, recommendation or President Kufuado Anye.
And I say eventually judges no man court for.
Supreme
yes, Omanko Supreme Court. Okay. And see, so if you so we started this conversation from the point of view that this whole process is political and has nothing to do with law. And I've taken you through from the Council of State to the committee that was set up to the reasons for Mudiabano. Me the minimum say fair minded Ghanaians who are listening to us in Nuanom, your papa, no mamma, Umuti, and Nabu says, hey, it's my me, yes, why born in I know this. What transfer will be Mr. Bedi, anything you're in a D. Now, who a Juma woman transfer the beer. Who be going to be and say, we are Juma transfer. Now say, why yet, what transfer will be, and it's no, you're in a D. And you see, the entire, yeah, my miss of a Kufu Casa, no manager, who say, what's it? She's not mean a personal, and we are not talking about Mame Tokuno. Yeah. It's the position she occupies. The office of Chief Justice is not mean position. Say, no, we're at the administrative head of the judiciary. Now we're using the discretionary powers given to her under the Constitution. What they are transfer will be, what is that transfer? In your view, a stated misbehavior. In the end, I will say the acting Chief Justice. I don't know whether he's done it or not. Obetimi aka say obai onye transfer bi ana ana say we say no say judiciary yenye transfer or ana.
But council, do you think say Justice Sophia Akufo position ebetimi treat no as a neutral position when she was the same person or called before the committee to testify for Justice Tokuno?
Well, I mean, you can make that decision. So, she's a convicted person. I mean, when I say she's convinced about what she's talking about, and isn't that she will go there to defend her cause. Well, no, where Chief Justice still, where Chief Justice Nibida.
Okay.
You see, what's now kunya mu?
Yeah.
Minim say, when him said the kunya ya ultima kunya kasi ya team. Who said the city?
Sure.
Say maybe be can asem fa ho. Say who's now who's who anysia. Who best say who kunya when him do kan kunya win transfer be that.
But she has taken a position, wasem na ekos
it is so what you already done ba and na fe wa ma mekra masem na ede I say wo hwe NDC for ni wo mu poamam ne yi council of state chair no mu nyina NDC for nko a NDC politics no mu ye say afi wo no ma ya adwene me da say wo no ma ya adwene see where was as
o mato ma imra baby
now say my man so kokwa on to man imra baby me I'm using her position to advance an argument and you want to discredit her. I'm telling you if you use that then it's obvious say politics because chamber of council say NDC ni Pramai nominated by President Mahama since Rebecca say on NDC ni
what will be the impact of Adom Otua and Penfoy a judiciary
a weaken the judiciary yes. Say Supreme Court judgment just say obi abetimi make any judgment against the sitting government.
Oh how?
It's my opinion and I believe that I'm right. The judiciary has been weakened by this singular act of the president. Or the judiciary national motrum. And I say in one year control. Now I say what appointed seven members to the Supreme Court. ABC that. How do you expect the Supreme Court to be independent and even make a judgment or rule against a government position? I think that the judiciary has been weakened. That's one. Two, the international community, all right, is watching this, and I know they are not happy. Look, foreign investors are people who watch the judiciary of any country carefully.
Yeah.
But Nisiki Aba, he wants to be sure, say, assemble court because a business, your court, I'll get a fair judge, fair-minded person. I'll be Dimasema without any political interference. My judicial president Botum will be any Nisiki Abeko.
Ghana judicial.
I was say they say Botum. I said under control. I said, is it I mean, you are no man this if is a president Mama emperor. He's not restrained by any of the guardrails of our constitution. No, he's not restrained. Or judiciary no Botum. It says so parliament and I'm so majority in I and I'm do drama munti or do Botum and on head of the executive and he say no or man there's no guardrail. He say no, President Mahama is not inhibited by anything. Do you pay and away and it's no good. And then the third one, the fact is he say no, it could be a join, time crana might say Ghana Yamobo and I'm Dika, a cool Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Now we're a person join. We both who pay visa. What we know of these countries before.
Oh, Minisha Daniel, the program Biama.
But say about Europe, and America.
It's because about a Franco trading enterprise or of one open phone papa to do a winter also to be connected for. But it's a Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, Smart TV, so from 32 to 100 inches or Franco air condition from 1.5 to 2.5 horsepower. Chest freezers, now for refrigerators, so will be also a home washing machine, microwave or blender, CCTV camera. I say Franco Kwan CCTV camera wa any tamala etimi capture. Me who claim auto adie ewo Franco. Say ye mobile phone brand and I say any other accessories be ewo modern guitar platform so unya 40% discount. And find good Fresh 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and 0555 939 311 0555 939 311 and 0302 225 651. Download the Franco trading app. Franco no ewo Google Play Store. Franco is still phone papa efie and honum. KGL Democracy Cup 2025 Basun Timika said on the 5th of September 2025 on University of Ghana Lagos Stadium one more yena yam kwai na yefa enkobo ene e de Accra House of Oak and afi the city rival Accra Great Olympics and e de AC anwino sia pe na opese utimi e play eye KGL omo 590 mobile ni bi so am dial star 959 hash Kid bet so be that star 385 hash 213 and 987 games no ubetimi atwa na odi agum sa anti wo hwe ball na wo ji wani na team go now so we ni kakra ere afa anchem get your ticket 20 Ghana cedis for regular 200 Ghana cedis for VIP and then so eba oji 200 Ghana cedis VIP na ubenya assorted drinks with an all-you-can-eat finger food. Eka finger food send my decro. Enye fufu asam ni eken. The friends when you so kotam ita want to come so kwa kodi fu finger food nwa asam ni eken. Fresh 0247 820 0247 820 and 020 606 6833 020 606 6833 na ebeka this memorable event on KGL Group Democracy Cup, One Nation, One Vision. Asempa FM Walk with the Stars 2025 edition o ebasum. Eti bijinamu akwesi bijinamu. Lawyer John Dako esu ejinamu. Oye member of parliament is oye star. Ananyu so oye star.
For my constituency, I don't feel me. Me person me best star ho kra. Me akwa I was one me. Chief servant.
Eti Brania Nanti a 7-kilometer walk from Asempa FM through Accra ni akwako wiem ewo ATTC Park. And upon onum kosi anopadu ba ko pepepe kai memene da 13 September. Remember that 13 September and the walk no air so one aso yasnim the 2025 Asempa FM Walk with the Stars bro ayuda app or say app bako services bebre Franco Trading Enterprise phone papa fie midima for herbal clinic or yare for odima for Nihwa Angel Rock Mixture Oputantim Sinomi Instant Noodles try it love it Asempa FM Walk with the Stars ebeye bruta South America say ABC game no everyone mo. Yes, a man for any numbers etwa near the letters and etwa. No be nyina say dial star 262 hash. No pick any 3 letters. But me etwa from 5 Ghana cedis to 1 million Ghana cedis. No me winning up to 1 million Ghana cedis. Fake to beji bebre umpe na apediem. Ka say Adom FM draw no, Adom TV draw no, eye enwumre nonum bia 5 p.m. on Adom TV. 5 p.m. na ye draw no ewo Adom TV. Et wutwa gum ni na wutwa e de 5 p.m. level time no. Et free 3:34 no bagina no. No I shall say etwa gum for Adom TV. Se na be boy ya obetimi Adom. Play more than 10 Ghana cedis per round to increase your winnings. Licensed by NLA under characters. Joy News Habitat Fair Clinic and so any make us a brand do one person sit down, one person to fie, brand benim dear any swing EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2025. I say na ebaso September 12. Akwa see September 14th. Ewo Guard Park here Ben Accra Mall for the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair 3rd Clinic 2025. When I saw a snake emede ebre wom a drive EVGH was a drive into a sustainable future. Virtual Security Africa, Safety and Home Solutions, Superlock Technologies Limited, DPS Pipes, Elegant Home and Garment and General Construction Limited, Gold Key Properties, Ayuda Ghana's #1 service app Bako Services Bebrain, Special Gardens, DPS Industries Limited, Doormasters, Lesh Fortune Limited, LandlordAfrica.com, The Builders Market, Right House Energy Limited, Syntex Tank, Automation Ghana, Interplus, Joben Security, Clifton Homes, Western Villas, na fe MT or say everywhere you go. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2025. Or say dream it, own it, and live it. Sika o sika enye twagum nedie *281 hash. No choose Adom FM. Aye option 7. Twa from 10 Ghana cedis. Now demu ubedisa dear. Kai se sika o sika aye Shea NL and for Agia to Ucha, a hobby any HC. Sikos Kachansa, *281 hash. *281 hash. Select option 7, a Adom FM. Option 7, a Adom FM. Chogum. Friday bonanza. Friday beer, our work and happiness. And to open the transia, Ubedina Kesi pa. Sikosika, cha, now Chankwandia, Ubedi. I'm up for comments here on Monday, Abba. Okay. Akwasi, good evening. The NDC has shown that they had a future for Ghana. NPP never again. Paul, anyway, bye. We say Ghanaians will know that Ghanaians will know the NDC very soon. Akwasi, good evening. kakra yebedro give time some time. Okay, piaga eso dia onso edeba ye enonom. His Excellency John Dramani Mama well good NPP say to President Mama you do all Yakubu edo if your friend so Kaira ena ode epai. We say the removal of the Chief Justice from office is a clear indication that our judiciary is under attack. In fact, this set a dangerous precedent that undermines our democracy. Amisco spelele edwe frikaswa ena ode epaye. We just got to breaking news now. Kofi Apalo, okay, you had. But it's hard how our judiciary is being manipulated by the president. We didn't even experience this even under a military rule. Kwabna intem brefo. So they are also edibaye enye. We see, I can see, tell lawyer that Nana Dankwa Gufado did worse than what he claims President Mama is doing. SK Frimpong Abrokwa and also the way okay. This is unfortunate. Mean to me, Enka message na Michael Bagazi. Why fetch me? Mean to be Enkai. Unfortunate. But see, President Mama would definitely reap whatever that he sows. I believe he's now sitting in his room, laughing over what he has done, thinking that he has achieved whatever he promised, forgetting about the law of karma. It might not hit him directly, but one day someone close. Gusty man, anyway. Bye. Council. One year when the dangers ahead. If there are any lessons to be learned,
okay. Me da say oman no man hyehyɛ ne nyina yegu so.
Okay.
Ade we ni kwan say BCB. The lessons I see nyina ye hunu esua ene say ya ma bi NCBM.
Okay.
Said the beya ye judiciary any all the other institutions a bit me strong na aboa man etumpon.
Okay.
Nema we see no matter say manfo ka say MPP ba power 2029 January 2020 yes 2029 yes January yes swear in the NPP president ya or say you take steps na
lawyer John
when you the chief justice are president Mahama be appointing my advice to them.
Okay.
And they say my minister and my nyesa me timi aka say e bi ebetimi asan edan ho wa ha say Adom FM hanso my inside enti Mark will be there.
Yeah.
Say nyame Adom na MPP ba power 2029 na say chief justice e ho no e be na free me I will speak against it. I will oppose it. I will speak against it. Yes.
See be chief justice free.
Yes.
Even if say what to
MPP ba power media me say this is not something I want to support.
Even if Swafumo Maya Mamra.
Generally we look at each case on its own, but my position is that the institution must be protected. Look, if he say who is the head of an institution at Yagudi, if he say what for Mamra, yes. We have to protect the dignity of the office. Over your constitution now, the reason why and it cuts across all the world. Donald Trump and Niema and America from the dawn of democracy.
Okay.
The fountain of democracy in the world. See Donald Trump, you say why? And so the Supreme Court protected him. Why? When he stands at the head of the nation, where the nation personified, or carry aura, and he's protected from lawsuit as a president. Even when he was an ex-president, look at how his cases have ended. Even under immunity. I'm trying to tell you that when we are building institutions, not say what the leaders of the institution women what it is there, the people lose confidence in that institution. Na senior President Mahama Obaye, unim adeɛ baako a ɔyɛ ya ɔto Ghana mmra. Ɔto Ghana mmra.
Yeah.
As will be initiate proceedings to remove him. Ebra President Mahama otu kwan call was it Togo? Saata ma walk on. Next Speaker of Parliament no ni Ghana. Next Speaker Accra no so ni Ghana. Near Mame Vice President na uni Ghana. President Mahama ehwe Ghana fo anim hwe your constitution anim efri Ghana ha. Ebra na obi ahwe akire.
But no acting Chief Justice.
No. You see, why are you saying that? When the president is leaving and the vice president, when the president and the vice president are not there, we swear in a speaker to act as a president. Was near our acting Chief Justice. I said, well, okay. The constitution is very clear. There's no provision say acting Chief Justice or a Chief Justice should act when all of them are not there. Yes.
So when the president, the vice, speak anyone more, the Chief Justice cannot stand in.
Act. Now, position we are there, the act. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Constitution, they say, you take the oath of the office of President and say no act. President Mahama flagrantly violated this provision in the law. May I raise it up? Now, it's interesting because President Mahama is a he's a very fine gentleman. Because my mayor vice president by I say no ni hono a man for crack and say impeach me because me too kind of man cry. Okay, when the woman returned, right? Because I had raised that issue. He violated the constitution. One violated policy. President Mahama did not violate travel policy. He did not violate a regulation. He did not violate an act of parliament. He regulated the supreme law of the land, the constitution. What I say a president. Nobody decided to say in free. All right. So I am telling you, say, a Niema rises to the level of removal of a head of any of these three institutions must be so egregious. Say it will be patent on the face of the record.
Okay.
Any idea? It say what transfer will be head of institution? How transfer will be into head of institution? No, what discretionary power? What transfer will be? So I'm saying that the lessons from this media, say we need to protect our institutions. When President Obama came to this country, 2010 or so, what did he say? Or say we need to build strong institutions, not strong men. Right now, this country, what we are building is a strong man called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We are breaking down our institution, we are tearing down our institution, we are destroying our institution, and we are building a strong man. That is not what we want. We need to build strong institutions. So as I say, so the lesson is that we should not repeat this again as a country. Near more institutions no by. Said the Bayer Ghana Fubenya GDA, said the Bayer Assembly Tribune, some of the Kokota, Minya Atentine, and Intino, me money paconuno, me money pacono too. Said the Bayer Assembly Sia Ubeka say, and I'm saying institutions a year commentino, media, Metranam de Kokota protect me. A ba, when I say institution, all the institutions, parliament. We need to protect the institution of parliament. Said the Bayer Emra a be free parliament ban. Ghana for Bismarck Emra de free parliament ban de parliament no omadwin who you may need in Tibediso. Otherwise a time will come if we continue to denigrate our institutions. A time will come. Emra be free parliament ban. See good parliament anima see gwempis anima see Emra bas obi betu enkwasi afo enyamre bia no mai. We need to protect our institutions. The same for the executive. That is why there's no way I will ever in my life disrespect the president. Because, of course, for President Mahama, apart from his demeanor, I'm in the penasem. He is the head of the state. And when he's out there, he represents the nation. Me, you see, me, I follow politics. So, let's say me to quite a call, Amanani. Minya quite ko focus. Me say when I leave this country, I never speak against the NDC government. I talk about the government of Ghana, the government of Ghana, the government of Ghana. I was out of the country. Me say me catch a mouth so more for me come say Ghana. Me MPP ni enyame na more me nyame pass no power. Because when you live here, once you leave the country, the policies must end at the shore. Once you're out of the country, it is only the interest of the republic you project. Me as an NPP MP, this is what I was doing the last week when I was out of the country. So I'm saying that if we take the presidency and we respect the presidency, and when the Bema obiti horaka say a president esi yenye sia ye beye, and when Emma soja ni bintimi kose baby nka say ye kwatwitwo ye de abetu aban. If you say ye nyina de ni die ama executive no. So the three institutions are what hold our country together. Into see there need the Kasiama institutions, no, in equals will be any of the institutions and my fear is that as things stand now, judiciary is been weakened by the singular act of the president to do this.
So no case now the Supreme Court ultimately fine so benya attention.
Me your lawyer until I want answer this question. Me your lawyer, may I go to court until this question I answer. So another question.
0302 216 561 0302 216 562. Mabifa ATF4 kakrebi joining your discussion na afemfa ekobono NCNA lawyer John Darko.
Na say oni so obama tana che say nka mam didi ansa no maba. Me fi say e wan na so ekobota.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Akwatisia.
Hey, aja ka do bako there.
Eh, wa jesia there wadan for pa na we man wani tu menche.
Macha yanko.
Yo nyanko pontra mo bebrenya jamapa.
Erase.
Akwatisia. Ma o se ajima o dia na ju. O manu ye na o hwe me bwana. Ghana ankababia wonu ka ese ya tra hono. Ya me ache ajapadia bebre. Our assassination. So I call him and yet my four young wounds who Omutime ban amanyo no more bad that I can't send the dead. There were no more multi and two about more mona. Now I bind that million or mobile 24-hour economy.
Matibera say no one's on American. Hello, good evening.
Driving.
Yeah, but you didn't be a free.
I wasn't the one you.
Oh, I just back out there.
I
meet you.
And so I never caught her. And this is what I have been going to meet. Who are you?
Me who ya paja.
What boy, you know? And someone looking. In fact, who said, here, Samra, no. But that will be the impression in Sama for two. I'm wired the end. Some of us will remember. Said you have your own, and you're not on it enough. Sama Quaswa, come on, who is the person who wants to Massimo. What do I say? Every kind of time on Sunday. They don't possibly any funny judgment. So, of course, the attachment is all the man holding you other man and I anything. And the best is President Mama. Or starting our day, Mama. I'm saying in the city here. And what's in the next one more areas are there. What do I say? But then I'm going to put that I don't also back to them. I know I'm going to bedroom. Ghana. Yes, and Bra, it's here, and Brown, and yes.
Martin, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
me patchodin baby free.
Medasi. Me did you can say Momole.
Impatient you.
Medasi. Chief Justice and American say constitutional Yayato Beda. And on my yet before a woman, Minya, the year, possibly a teacher farmer moving. I tell you, it's immediately a person catch on my penny or tissue, the who's research in their course. On more modern, say, you're gonna phone in an on the Babatry. Now, my penny, send a constitution, and say, my penny, your bonnet, not as if it's 2 years. Yes, in camera, yes, Sammy. The Chief Justice is the yes, in camera. At the day, any Ampa Chica, Ebia, and I could do the ball on what for my Chica, or the Biakanema, Nukum, ancestor, or Dicana. New intermediate means for two sign camera, and non upper pass and sent to Yaba. Yenim the course, I am no, I can't say, or pursuing life. This is one now beautiful. It is Roman to Mama or Cate, Wama committee, so yet I read you know. The Casa no more member from somewhere June said July. And to Miss Renon, or my entity committee maker,
na normal PSC system or constitution yes system send a bear can you to appoint minister and not he will be not odin or yet normal and fata or man penny me fire no straight away no Ketana chief justice the bear any who appointing or not or yet normal business and fata what fire no straight away.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. 0302216561 0302216561 0302216562. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pacho dum radio no.
Pacho, news media anything. Opa bwechia. Ama mbranka kwane me wafuro. Wa ti show. Ndi wa challenge sha. Ye nya ye votu.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pacho din baby free.
We are by assemblyman.
Open it you.
We man fa kuna na mcha you have been champion. Na me de nka meto aba ama ye man pe ye maham. Na in fact, ama me say from future no we in fact na me tuna mama ni kuma but anambon na we tuni tie amma nu me hu se me to aba edman me va fu kuta e ko afa so de ko be position e se political next round of candidate but anu we mu e bo pa yo plan da o mama we ni die me se abembe be bia ti da bia on to me chi ti be je me spell man pin ti be ya on san continue na adom
mate
na na principle ana principle ma bo mo to ma piniso Savio pa chamo ma mo an
me say hello good evening. Good evening. Open the pacho din baby free.
You say you do.
Open it you.
Ramose. Well, already so. Yeah, it's so say you if I didn't come. So I can't say this. The Mama di Niba, President Mama di Niba to find. Officers there, or the to Pakwanya, or to be young. It's not over the castle to really side. Who fat not who the other really. On the
hello, good evening. Oh. Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pacho din baby free.
Me free. Ya prema o say free. Ya bola ni mawan.
O say pacho etio.
En pacho ine no say president or ne bana to find. Na ne ba no dis and say go je preview mana. Na ma me no ayi na dis tia ye kana say. Ono ukro to find. Ana say oba. I don't know you remember you have to private jet now you buy more premium. Mama na can see what you the and then says the manager and to be surprised in the mom said what's the president in the birth president on the ban what you premium.
Okay, Mate, but I'll say hello, good evening. Hello. Yeah, Pacho did maybe a free.
It's a family Dr. Newman Cricket and a
open it you.
And also, we get from a penina, yeah, Campuno. Come payment to Dacuno. So, Pama, letter commission on the Pamano. You almost free see your sorrow, never call it to now, we know, and I'm say, it is a Duma or Moyano, you see, Paminiano, a year manner of phone. And now, what I don't pass on me before I just like that. Because what companies will be in a by it is what I pop when you move, it is a business. It is all I pass all the no. And just say, and that's so be it wouldn't have to. That was all the chances away from my ministry. It took money for another. I couldn't want now. What shall share said Ghana? You would share a who's Rabano. And the Bama watch and answer say.
Mate.
Push your boy. My way, do my man, Yet, no, they Ghana for Nasida was a son, and no, they never done go to discover a Shimotuma. And that's all per se we have amendment to be a bit favor and this is my usual because you wouldn't have we and then because yes, because you see, I want to say, let me
say, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, but my last call, I didn't be a free.
And I say, what's up to Anna Junior? In the Casafic and Tampa.
Open it to you.
That's I read the lawyer watching cheese some more pop. Now, when Jimin Doka, I say, Tima Shunizi, and Copon Shia, my power. I mean, chair former president Anado, former vice president Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bome, name people paying for me now. Teach you communication director, Honorable Richard Anyaba. Hey, the fact of the matter, I say, it is on record that President Mahama in 2024 election, a catcher the Oba, research, or Beshas, after judiciary, into NDC lawyers, Omunsha saying prepare Moba or Baba Party or Mobu. First, on the allegations, alleged that's all MPP lawyers in the Supreme Court, but President Mahama making it clear or the NDC for a Baby, I don't know what I said. And no one be a better say, I Chief Justice Yan or Yan, and they are no legal. President Mahama, in the current Council of State, and my advice to President, so you Chief of Justice. Chief Justice. What said, or no, about it. NDC, the chairman at home. Our match to this into these are the people are more advanced President Mahama, Council of State members. Into a best Council of State or more advanced President, you're shocked for the first Friday, and you because appointment now, President, a dozen.
But I say, Council.
Well, I mean, okay, so I think that there's the point I made. I'm saying, Ukraino, Kakra. Let me read you a reportage from the media. President John Mahama's son, Sharaf Mahama, did not. What did you mention? What was I President Crown? We were to the point that I said, one far presidential jet no crime to find that. That was the point we were making. Okay, Ubisa. And Ubisa is with them. I mentioned him. President, first, so Ubisa said, Oko Kenya.
Okay.
Oko Kenya.
Okay.
So let me read a media reportage. Okay. President John Dramani Mahama's son, Sharaf Mahama, did not disappoint with his outfit selection when he joined his father on his international trip to Kenya via the presidential jet. The young businessman and owner of Legacy Rise Sports Company wore a tailored to fit short-sleeve shirt and matching trousers. Sharaf Mahama exuded confidence as he descended the stairs of the presidential jet with government officials for the African Union Reform Retreat. President Mahama looked stylish. President John Mahama looked stylish in a black long sleeve shirt and black trousers paired with black shoes as he walked elegantly on the red carpet. Say, do your own research. Do your own research, and we see that this is, I think, we did a January 27th or 25th, January 2025. It's I told you that I didn't have it, but go and do your own research because we are I don't catch Ghana for so say President Mama or anybody to coin. Now you and you see sometimes I want us to understand say Ghanaians are not blinded and the ACB any trium. Idea me can obi a na obi a wotie bi omum tie no Facebook na obi a Google obi hu say asma me kan no enye ntro na metwa na me de mesre see rap right
yeah we are no
mesre say enuanom Ghana for oman ye nyina ya chichira bom me de mesre see em fa odo entina de asie no ye ma eno emu abam me kan say we've lost faith in our democracy. Young Kosua in faith with our constitution. Na impo President Mahama, dear oye, Yentanechi, or my ya, I am and face so many men people for Messi. There's big light at the end of the tunnel. Young Kanyum, I believe that with the United Front, our party can come back strong and deliver the kind of government Ghanaians yearn for. Good night.
Lawyer John Dako, Member of Parliament Malaysia, a Waswa, Mokoma Save your Fibonsua, Dom Kuma Ya Warmus, no, any Wamra, namely, ya, and you read no a train committee. The Aquasi is here, Fana Secretary Kuma production team led by Listo Kojo for Joe Esquire. Sanso and Ako Watchum and Aisha. Aisha, no what on? Okay, the Yamia say Aisha, what on? Ohinam Ponsa Kakabo, one of our finest parliamentary correspondents. Lawyer John Dakun, you done it too much. Okay. He does a good job. It's been a question, Yakopo Yadmua. You best say the Eshabakam.